How's it going, everyone? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector, and boy, oh boy, do I have a rant for you guys. Because, not for nothing, I don't like it when things are not being said. And clearly, when it comes to this particular issue, I'm just going to say it straight up. Sneaker culture is the reason why this is happening. What am I talking about? Recently in my feed, I've been seeing a lot of videos about this lawsuit from Nike with this particular YouTuber who has been promoting fake sneakers, or what they call replicas, or reps for short. Now, I'm not promoting buying or selling replicas. I want to make that clear. Though I have a pair of replica Travis Scott 4s, there's a reason why I bought these. And I talked about this on my YouTube channel. I made a specific video about what's the purpose of the Travis Scotts. These are an authentic pair right here. And these are the replicas. So I've talked about this issue. But not to this point, because things are not being said. So let me just get to it. There are a lot of sneakerheads that are on YouTube that are complaining about fake sneakers. And now this guy that was on YouTube got busted by Nike, where now he has to pay, or at least they're threatening to force him to pay 3 times whatever it is that he's been making an income as far as promoting fake items or selling fake items, that Nike wants this individual to bring all of this property to them to have destroyed. Nike wants to destroy these items themselves, and a whole bunch of copyright infringement issues. Now, again, I'm not promoting the sale or distribution of fakes or replicas, but again, like I said, I have a pair of Travis Scott 4 reps right here. Let's get real. And the Travis Scotts are the best example of this. All right, like I said, these are an authentic pair. This is my third and final pair of Travis Scott 4s. Mine, of course, as many sneakerheads know, that there are QC issues. You could see the glue coming through the sole right there, or through the midsole. I got glue stains right there. I wore these 3 times, 4 times. They've scuffed already. You know, they got scuffs right there from my feet rubbing together from walking. It happens with these. But these shoes are so fragile. Who are they meant for? What are they meant for? Are they meant to be worn, or are these a trophy to put up on a shelf? You tell me. Now, what you do with your money is fine. I had 3 pairs of these. This is my third and final pair, okay? And the first 2 pairs of these Travis Scotts, I was lucky. I didn't pay the draconian prices that most other people did to get their hands on these shoes. But the first 2 pairs, after they got scuffed, they got dirt on them. I tried cleaning them with you know, your usual sneaker cleaners and brushes and all that good stuff. And the color of the blue faded. These are UNC blue. So the color faded on them. The tags got all messed up and dirty. And despite my efforts to clean them, the shoes started to fade. Thus, I said, what's the point of having these if they're just going to get that dirty? Let me sell them on eBay, which I did successfully, with the exception of this pair. This is my final pair. And they're still pristine, for the most part, with the exception of a couple scuffs and scratches here and there. I can't wear these, which is why I bought reps. So that's reason number 1 why guys buy reps, because they have the original stuff. They have the legit stuff. Like I have this legit pair right here. And you can tell how much I don't wear these because it still has a shoe tree and a cardboard inside. You can't wear them because they're too fragile. And if you've seen what these are going for on eBay, I mean, it's a month's rent. That's how much these are worth in some cases, or at least what people are trying to sell them for. They're about a month's rent. You see them going anywhere between $500 in the worst condition to almost thousands of dollars for them brand new in the box, depending on the size. Why? What's the point of these? If you can't wear them without them getting messed up, what's the point of buying them? And here I am, a sucker who grew up in the 80s. Let's get one thing straight here to you guys that are picking my words apart. I'm a child of the 80s. I'm 46 years old, going on 47. And we grew up in the 80s. So if you think you're doing anything special and unique, you're not. We did this already. I grew up in a time when Jordans were a big thing. Obviously, they're still going because guys my age are the ones who wanted these in the first place. And then the young guys caught on to it. And now Jordan brand is everywhere. And not for nothing, a lot of Jordan sneakers are just beautiful and amazing. And for me, it's a testament to my youth. That's why I'm a fan of the sneaker. But I'm not going out of my way, even though I have maybe, 15 pairs of Jordans, something like that, 16 pairs. But I'm not going out there buying every single Jordan. And these were one of a few pairs that I bought multiple copies of because, as you guys know, that they don't release certain colorways that often. And they become very hard to get and they become very rare. In that case, okay, that's a different story. And these shoes do get messed up. These are notorious for getting dirty. That's why I don't wear them. They're a display piece now, which sucks. Can I wear them? Of course I can. But that's why I bought replicas. All right? And besides a few little cosmetic differences, they're not all that different. And they're comfortable and they look good. Yeah, the speckles may not be as dark. There might be some stitching issues here and there. But for all intensive purposes, there's really not much difference between these and the authentics. And again, I'm not saying or encouraging anyone to go out and buy replicas. But if I'm paying a premium price for a sneaker that's literally going to fall apart at the ankles, what's the point of spending money on stuff like this when Nike clearly, and a lot of guys complain about this, this happened with the first reissue of the Jordan 4 white cements, where people are complaining the leather's too thick, it's got the Jumpman on the back, why doesn't it have Nike Air on it, yada, yada, yada. Yes, you guys have said that. That's a fact. The quality control and the materials that are put into Jordans these days suck, and they leave a lot to be desired. I've worn these pretty much in the same capacity that I wear my 1988 Jordan 3 reissues. Even though I have the recently released reissue Jordan 3 Reimagines, I have those on ice. For those that don't know the term ice, that means they're a backup copy for my 88 retros that came out years ago. But I wear my shoes. I wear my shoes. I can't wear these because they're too fragile. Who are these made for? The Travis Scotts. That's why I bought reps. Now, the people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be," it's my money. Unless you pay my rent, you pay my bills, you put gas in my car, you put food on my table. Don't worry about what I spend my money on. My logic for these particular shoes, and these are the only pair of reps I got, is because of the aforementioned reasons why I can't wear these. Because you look at them the wrong way. They get dirty, they get scuffed, they fade. What's the point of these? These have lasted me from day one, and they barely have any signs of use. Now, I do take a wire brush after I wear them and clean them and put them back on my shelf. I do that with all my shoes. But I haven't had to clean these. Oh, sure, there's some signs of wear. There's some scuffs on them too, but I'd rather scuff these than these. That's one reason why guys buy reps. Because they don't want to ruin their expensive footwear. Especially if you paid, I don't know, what did these come out? How much did I pay for these? What were they? $280 when they dropped, I think. You guys can comment in the comment section below. So now I don't have to ruin these because now I got these. And there's really no difference. Maybe there's a few design errors here and there and a couple things you can catch on the shoe. But I don't care. I wear them. I'm a 47-year-old man. Who cares? It's my money. I'll do what I want. My feet, my body, my legs. So that's one reason why guys buy reps. Number two, Nike doesn't release enough of these. All right? Some sneakers, they only drop so many thousands of these particular shoes. So I don't know if the scarcity is intentional or it's an oversight on Nike. But not for nothing, they don't release enough of these shoes to go around for everybody. And as a result, we get to point number 3. eBay resellers. Yes, eBay resellers. Because the scarcity of these, especially certain types of Jordans that are out there, like the Concord 11s. Years and years ago, back in New York City, guys were going nuts trying to get their hands on the Concord 11 reissues. As a result, people were smashing through glass doors. People were getting hurt. All right? And people are getting their hands on Concord 11s. Not because they wanted to wear them, because they wanted to take them on eBay and flip them and resell them for about 1.5 times for what they paid at retail. So if they cost $275, people are flipping them for $350 to $400 to make a quick buck, to take advantage of people, to take advantage of suckers that wanted to buy the shoes to wear. I don't put my shoes up on a shelf in a glass box, even though I have a shelf to store my shoes. There's a difference between storing your shoes and wearing them and wrapping them with cellophane or putting them inside of a plastic box and never wearing them. So there's issue number 4. Guys are buying multiple copies of these, not to wear them. They just want to be seen owning them. Period. To show off. Narcissism. Period. But it's eBay resellers it's eBay resellers and hardcore sneakerheads that buy 4 or 5 pairs of these, that take these out of the market. When you have people that legitimately, like myself, wear these shoes outside, with the exception of obviously the Travis Scotts I'm holding in my hands, because you can't wear them. They're too fragile. If you blink your eyes at them, they'll get scuffed, which is why I bought these. So if these get ruined, I'm not going to feel so bad, because I only paid whatever I paid for them. But it's eBay resellers and people that are flipping these shoes that are the worst enemy. And because you got guys that want these shoes and can't get them, because now all of the shoes have been taken out of the market. I've been watching channel after channel after channel after channel with guys on YouTube that brag about reselling sneakers at the expense of the consumer. Don't give me that capitalism nonsense. I'm a capitalist. I believe in capitalism, but there's a difference between, buying things and buying things just to take advantage of people that want things like this. You know what these are? I'll be right back. Even though I made a short about this, if you guys watched one of my shorts here on YouTube, you know what these are? I'll tell you what they are. They're a goddamn Turbo Man doll. That's what they are. If you understand the reference as to why I'm comparing sneakers today to Turbo Man, go watch Jingle All the Way and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. You know, that's what they've become, because there are not enough of them out there. There are guys that intentionally go out there and they've turned it into a lifestyle. I'm going to have Turbo Man sit right there, all right, to keep this video, interesting. There you go. Turbo Man is with his footwear equivalent of Turbo Man, because that's what these are. They're a damn Turbo Man. You can't get these shoes because you got guys that line up for hours and hours and hours and sometimes 24 hours outside sneaker shops, and they drop sneakers like this, and you can't get your hands on them because they buy 2 or 3 pairs. They don't buy them to wear. They buy them to flip on eBay to make a buck. And guys that legitimately want these can't get them. And it's not fair and it's not right. Fuck you people. I don't want to cuss on this channel because it's supposed to be a family-friendly channel, but fuck you people. It's eBay resellers and guys that stock up on these shoes that are the real problem. And guys that legitimately want these shoes can't get them. And you're left with no other choice but to get replicas or fakes or whatever you guys want to call them, or reps. They're a Turbo Man doll. That's what they are. And then you got sneakerheads that they buy the shoes not to wear them. They buy the shoes to wrap in cellophane or saran wrap, or put them in a box, in a clear box on some shelf somewhere, to treat like a museum piece because, look at me. I want you to look at me because I have these shoes. Look at me. I need attention. That's really what it's about, folks. And nobody is saying it like that, because nobody wants to be a marked man with a target on their back, excuse me. And this is a dumb thing that guys do. I bought these because I'm a fan of the shoes. I grew up with Jordans back in the 80s. You know what I mean? And I'm fortunate enough that at least I had the money at the time to buy 2 or 3 pairs of these. These are my last pair of the authentic shoes. I can't wear them. I can't wear them because they're going to get ruined. The color will fade if I try to clean them. They'll start lightening up. All right? They get scuffed easy. If you take water to these, they get stained. So what's the point? But yet, here I am, a consumer sucker who went out and bought 2 or 3 pairs of these shoes. I ended up selling the used ones on eBay. This is my last pair that I practically new, except for the couple scuffs that I got on there for foolishly wearing these 2 or 3 times outside. How do I feel about fakes and replicas? Each to their own. Am I promoting the sale and purchase of replicas and fakes? No. But for the reasons that I explained, all right, they're a Turbo Man doll. That's what they are. Nike needs to start dropping in greater frequency to take the power away from eBay resellers and those that are flipping them online. They need to make more. They also need to get their quality control issues in check. Because again, this pair suffers from the typical Travis Scott issues with glue stains. See, you can see the glue stains right there. Multiple YouTubers talked about this when these dropped years ago. Quality control issues. They need to up their game when it comes to the materials they use. To this day, there's still a lot of Jordans that suck. It's not because of the design. It's because they're uncomfortable because the materials they use are awful. And guys are willing to pay that extra $5 or $10. Throw some better quality in there. Nike needs to release more of any one particular shoe that's in demand. That's what needs to happen. Flood the market. There are always plenty of buyers out there that are willing to pay for these shoes. But then you got the jerks that sit outside for 24 hours, they buy 3 or 4 pairs of shoes, and they immediately flip them on eBay. Thus taking it out of the market and forcing people who probably don't have the money to pay more than retail. And no, that's not capitalism, that's greed. Greed, period. You're greedy. I'm saying it. Because I got the balls to say it. Nobody else will say it. You know, and then if you're somebody like me who legitimately likes these shoes, like I wear these mostly when I wear my New York Mets gear or my New York Giants gear, and they look cool. And again, like I said, I wore these 2 or 3 times. I'm not going to wear them anymore. They're going to get messed up, which is why I bought the replicas in the first place. I don't mind if these get screwed up, because I don't have to worry about super expensive shoes getting ruined. But the simple fact of the matter is, it's eBay reselling, scarcity on Nike's part for not issuing enough of these shoes to go around to the public. And then you got greedy eBay resellers flipping these, you know, which is why guys like myself who legitimate, and fortunately, like I said, here they are. I have them already, a legit pair of Travis Scott's. But let's just say if I couldn't afford Travis Scott's, or because of these jackasses that are out there that are buying them by the truckload or using bots to take away from the market, guys who want them can't get them. And now you're forced to buy replicas. Are you listening, Nike? I hope you are. Or Jordan Brand, I hope you're listening. Release more of the shoe. Put more numbers out there. Take the power away from eBay resellers. And then you got collectors that don't buy these to wear. They buy them to be seen. And they want to tell people and go on social media and say, hey, look at my shoes. But they've never worn them before. Oh, they might wear them once and try them on feet. That there are tons of videos on there on YouTube here on feet. And then they never wear the shoe again. They wrap it in plastic and cellophane and put it in a plastic box for people to see. They're not sneakers in that case. They're trophies. Now, if you are a diehard collector, after making that statement, I'm not knocking certain people that buy 1 pair or they buy 2 pairs. They take one, they put it away to display, and they actually wear the second pair of shoes. That's the only exception that I'll give to this. I happen to have examples of this. I have the Nike Air Jordan 3 Reimagines. Hold on one second. I've showed these off in a previous video. There are my Nike Air 3 Reimagines based on the 88 sneakers that came out when I was a kid, right? So I've got them. Now, because it's been raining outside, I need to clean these. These are the 88 reissues that came out a few years ago. They're dogged, they're dirty, but they're reliable because the quality in these shoes are amazing. And even though they're showing age, there's still a charm about these. I'm going to have to get some Angelus paint and, you know, fix up the Nike Air on the back on both shoes. But besides all that stuff, one good cleaning with these, right back on my feet they go. And then I don't have to wear these. These I keep on ice. So I'm an example of that type of sneakerhead that wants the look and feel of the old school when I grew up, when Jordans came out. And then once these can't be worn anymore, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to wear these. So that's the only exception to the rule, in my opinion, if you're one of them guys. because I love the old school look. Because I'm of age. I grew up when these came out. I grew up in 1988. I was still a kid yet. I was born in 1977. So in 88, I was 10 years old. Do the math. Most of you guys weren't even born when Jordans came out. Sorry, yes, I'm pulling the boomer card on you guys. But these days, all they are is they're a Turbo Man. So I'm going to wrap all this up in a nice little bow. Number one, Nike needs to not just increase the quality of their shoes so that guys like me who have legitimate pairs don't have to worry about scuffs, scrapes, and QC issues. Like you see all the glue. Look at all the glue right there. You don't have to worry about QC issues, especially on premium sneakers like that can't be worn because if you look at them the wrong way, they'll fade or get scratched or scuffed. And then if you try to clean it, they fade. They're not worth it. The Travis Scotts suck. That's why I bought the reps. I wear these just as much as I wear these, the 88 reissues. Not the reimagines, but the 88 reissues, the retros. So now if these get ruined, I don't have to worry about those getting ruined. These are the only pair that are up on a shelf, wasting away. Can I wear them? Of course I can. But I have to be realistic as an eBay seller myself who does sell goods on eBay, including baseball cards. Them shoes are going for like $1,000 right now. In some cases for certain sizes. Or more. So I choose to wear replicas. If anybody got a problem with that, you can pay my rent. You can clean my toilet. You can clean my shower. You can vacuum my rug. What I do with my money is my business. Too bad for these young dicks that are out there who are trying to be the gatekeepers of people choosing to do what they want to do with their stuff when it comes to that. So I bought these. They're mine. Too bad I wear them. If you don't like it, pay my rent. Number one. Number two, eBay resellers. All right. Nike needs to flood the market. Jordan Brand needs to flood the market to take the power away of people who are clearly scooping these up. 10, 12, 14, 16 pairs of shoes just to resell them and flip them on eBay. And guys like me who actually wear their shoes, I mean, here, these are the best example. Look how dirty and filthy they are. All it takes is a little bit of soap and water, some Rejuvenator, whatever it takes, maybe a little paint here and there, clean them up. They'll be back on my feet today. I wear my shoes. They're not trophy pieces to me. You know, you got a lot of guys that buy up all these pairs just to treat them like a trophy piece. I'm one of those sneaker guys that, again, that's why I chose to buy the Reimagined 3s. They are probably as close to the old school shoe as you're ever going to get as far as like all these little details are concerned and this tiger print, especially the Nike Air. That's so dope. So these I keep on ice and the 88 3s I wear until I can't wear them no more. I don't care. I wear my shoes. Wear your shoes. Wear your shoes. Unless you have some sort of crazy sample or some super rare sneaker, I wouldn't wear super rare sneakers. Then that's the exception to the rule. Unless you're a guy like myself that's worried that his shoes are going to get banged up, you have a backup pair to cover it. Which is why, again, I bought the 88 3s versus the Reimagined 3s. I have a backup pair now. And I tell you what, I could have went out and bought another pair of 88 3s, but these Reimagines look so close to the original and look so close to the old school that guys like me used to wear back in the 80s. I prefer these over the 88 reissues. But because I've got them, I wear them. Oh well. Nike needs to increase their production on these shoes, and they need to also get their QC issues in check and use better quality materials. They need to issue these in a higher frequency so that guys who want them can get them, and they don't have to go out there and search for replicas, because when you have eBay resellers and guys that flip them on eBay and online, StockX, whatever, you know, Goated, whatever it's called, you know, these sneaker websites that grab these shoes and sell them for astronomical prices. Nike needs to flood the market, and so does Jordan Brand. Get your quality control issues in check. Flood the market, and then guys won't have to go out there buying replicas like this. I could always go out and buy, I'm in that position right now in my life, I can buy another pair of Travis Scotts if I wanted to. But I'm not going to pay some dick reseller on eBay 3 times what the shoes are worth. That's not going to happen. You got to be smart. That's why I bought these. Did I want to buy replicas or fakes? No, of course not. I'd rather have the legit stuff. But in this case, I had no choice. They're a Turbo Man doll. Nike, Jordan Brand, Adidas, Reebok, flood the market. Pump out more shoes to take the power away from eBay resellers. The quality control issues need to be fixed. They need to be fixed. The other two pairs of the Travis Scotts I sold on eBay, you wouldn't even recognize them. These are almost completely brand new, with the exception of a few scuffs and the QC issues on the shoe. I'm even worried that it's already started to turn dark. That's why I put a card sleeve over the tag, because they're already starting to get dirty, and I don't want to take soap to it because it'll stain. So I'm trying to preserve this for as long as I can as far as the tag is concerned. You can see it's already getting dirty compared to the rest of the shoe. What's going on here, folks? eBay resellers, quality control issues, scarcity, and Nike not purposely flooding the market, which they need to do, produce more. And then you won't have to worry about fakes and reps. Nobody's saying that, because I'm sure nobody wants to get called out. Sneakers today have become a Turbo Man doll, in particular shoes like this. Their guys will fight and punch each other and stomp on one another and smash doors down and steal shoes right out of people's hands in front of sneaker shops just to have a premium shoe that they can resell on eBay. It happened in Staten Island, New York, when the Concord 11s dropped. It happened. Look it up on YouTube. It's a fact. And that's why it's lost its luster. And that's why sneakerheads are venting like the way they are. But they're not saying what they should be saying. I'm saying it. Because it's true. Nike needs to flood the market. They need to get their QC issues in check. They need to flood the market and make sure they take the power away from resellers. And then you don't have to worry about fake shoes. Because nobody wants a Turbo Man doll. Fuck them. Take care, everyone.